Okay, here for this battle I have my RHM on Ruinberg, and it is a tier 8 maximum battle with the full spread all the way down to tier 6. So of course that means with the new matchmaking, 3 tier 8s, 5 tier 7s, and the remainder being tier 6s. I have the big gun, the 150mm gun mounted, and as you can see I carry a kind of unusual spread of ammo. I carry 12 AP rounds, only 6 premium heat rounds, and then 12 AG. I do not spam the heat with this gun, but as you can see from where I'm headed, I do like to brawl. I know it's an unusual thing for an RHM, but with the big gun, being able to land huge damaging hits at close range is pretty intimidating to the enemy. And as you'll see here, that is how I like to play it with this gun mounted, because it kind of lobs the shells almost like a howitzer, whereas the 128 that most people use is a pinpoint accurate gun. This is more of a blast somebody in the face weapon. And being top tier, there's a lot of vehicles that you will one-shot or nearly one-shot, especially like tier 6 tank destroyers or light tanks. As I'm lining up a shot in the T-71, I actually hit his tracks and track him here. That's one time I wish I had had HE loaded, because that would have been a big hit. Because by all standards, this is basically a similar gun as what the KB2 carries, except with much better armor piercing performance. It's much longer, and it still has over 200 penetration with AP rounds, so it's very punchy. And especially as this being a top tier battle, I have no reason to be firing the heat. The armor piercing is more than good enough for everything that I'll face. And there are a few targets here that I would choose HE for if I had the option to reload at a moment's notice. But as you can see, I'm using this church to my right as my anti-artillery cover. There are 2 enemy artillery, and I'm keeping that in mind with something that's as fragile as an RHM. So you'll see me kind of working around this throughout the whole battle. And I'm basically just kind of playing Overwatch to my teammates who have pushed up further, and I'm going to try to keep them covered. And you'll see me panning back and forth from the different corners. A couple of my teammates have pushed up a little too far. And as you can see there, the VK gets taken out, and now the E25 is a one-shot, so the RHM pushes, and I either knocked his tracks out or his engine or both, because I knock him out by crippling him, and somebody else gets the finishing kill on him. And now OI here seems to be unaware. He actually gets lucky. I low rolled with that shot. I should have been able to finish him. And now we got a charging French heavy over here, the AMX. I'm looking at the OI, but I see the side of this AMX, and I decided to nail him. But again, I've got a number of low rolls in this game overall, and still more to come, that leave people on very low health when this gun is supposed to average 750. Now I'm still kind of working around here. I'm looking to try to thin out the numbers because we're losing the game here. Blast the side of the Super Pershing, trying to get around cover. And there is a one shot from artillery. Stunned my crew, but didn't actually do any damage to me. And I clicked my med kit just to get them up because that'll hurt my reload time. Again, I'm working back around. As you can see, I'm actually reversing here because I want to be able to pull back as fast as I possibly can if I get spotted. Our little Batchat 12T, he got taken out, and I know full well I'm about to have people on both sides, and there's artillery again. Now, the rain is really focusing on me in particular. That's the second time they've taken a shot at me. I've got the Hellcat backing me up, but we can't stay here. The Hellcat isn't aware of the artillery that's been focusing here, and he decides to charge. Now I'm going to line up a shot here to finish the WZ and get rid of the gun. He's the more dangerous vehicle compared to him or the Swedish tank destroyer, so I take him out. Now remember that kill right there, because I'll ask about it at the very, very end of the game. But I'm staying in cover. I'm kind of suspecting that this guy's going to poke around. I'm trying to pan the camera around a little bit. And I don't know if he's actually aiming down at the Churchill gun carriage or if he's aiming around the corner here at me at first. So that's why you see me kind of being a bit hesitant. I'm trying to figure out where his gun's aiming. And then he takes a hit from the Churchill, and I decide I'm going to just push around and finish him. And it turns out he was aimed down the road at the Churchill gun carrier the whole time. After that, I half expect to get hit by artillery here, but I know I need to reposition because we've lost the field just about completely. I don't know what our E-25 is doing over there, but I need to put some covering fire over in this direction. So I watch one of our artilleries go down just as I'm trying to move to position here, and the SU-122-44 had went into those buildings. That's why I am staying focused in that position, because at this point now, he is the most dangerous vehicle on the field, on the enemy team. We still don't know what in the world's going on with the E-25 over there. He's out of my radio range, so I can't see his, or out of my view range, so I can't see his hit points or how he's faring against that Hellcat, but right there we figure out he's lost the battle against the Hellcat, which is unusual, but then our artillery lands a great shot to get rid of that. Now here's a shot on the SU-100Y. He should have been a one-shot kill. He only has 700 hit points. But my shot rolled low again and left him sitting there on just a fraction of health. I actually paused there because I'm just kind of stunned that that was not a kill on him. So I'm reloading, kind of working towards the corner here. I'm going to look at this bush because that's where I suspect the SU-100Y or the SU-122-44 is. And I'm hoping that I hit the 122-44. And I'm getting ready to actually back out and put another shot in that direction. That's what I'm planning to do right here. And I'm trying to angle, and just as I'm trying to work that out, here comes that Lorraine again after me. And I actually lock onto him and kind of get lucky that that snapshot hit him. He seemed to really have it in for me that game so far. And I figured he may have been charging in because somebody was coming around that corner. But the 100Y actually misses his shot, hits the dirt, and again, I'm able to snapshot him. I'm figuring that these two were rushing in because that 122-44 has to be about to come around that corner. That's why you see me keep my gun pointed in that direction. Because I don't think that those two would charge in without at least knowing that the 122-44 was also pushing in. But he actually doesn't push in, so I decide I'm going to try to work around the flank here, because he's going to have seen me go dark, still sitting there in that same position. So he'll think that I'm still over there. So now I'm going to actually work down this road, and if he does decide to push up, my goal here is that by pushing down the road, I might be able to catch him in the side. Because I'm half expecting that he might be crossing near our base right now. But I don't see him. I would have spotted him immediately. That's why I went on the left side of the dead Churchill gun carrier. But I actually spot him here, and he spots me through the gap in the bush. And judging based on that hit, he might have been firing high explosive. It also killed my driver. I instantly get them back in action. And I'm going to try to go behind this building and go dark. Keep that building right squarely between me and him. Now that was my last armor piercing shell, so now I'm down to the heat and the HE. And of course I'm not going to reload to HE when I've got a SU-122-44 on what looked like almost full health. So I'm going to leave the heat loaded. I'm going to stay dark for a little bit because I'm suspecting he might try to push on me. And I'm just going to nudge out, sit for a second, and pull back. Trying to see if maybe he's working around. Then I decide I'm going to pull up into the bush. And sure enough, that's when I spot him actually running away. And I'm able to kill him with the one shot there. And then the Hummel is actually working around behind me. So to stay artillery safe, I go around the building. And it looks like the Hummel is chasing down the road, so I'm going to put some distance in between me and him. And you don't want to sit on the corner directly, because he'll spot me before he even gets around the corner by proximity detection. So I get far enough away that he can't do that, and I sit behind the bush so I will have the first spotting. And actually our Lorraine pushes around, and he spots him, so now I'm going to move in. Our Lorraine splashes him and does not kill him, but I see he's stunned, he's probably heavily damaged, and I move in for the finishing kill there. And that's the game. And that was an ace tanker. I grabbed a Top Gun, high caliber, and Pascucci's medal. And there's the ace. There's a duelist. Fire for effect. That Pascucci's, high caliber, and Top Gun. I did that with 4,380 damage, 7 kills, and 1,346 experience. And there's the medals again. Get on to the details. I fired 14 shots, 12 of them were hits, and 11 were penetrations. And I actually made a total of 36,363 credits on this battle because I did not spam the heat like most people who use the bigger gun. If you run into most people who are using the larger gun on RHMs, they fire all kinds of heat like crazy. But it can be a big money making vehicle if you don't fire the premium. But wanted to say thanks for watching. Now remember, look at the screenshot here on this finishing screen. Tell me what tank just died there. I mentioned it in the replay. But thanks for watching. And leave that comment below. And also, let me know if there's any tanks you'd like to see. Put that in the section below as well. But thanks.